Now, one of the key things, and I've seen the ads going around, is obviously this big talking point is taking the pressure off the cost of living. So I wanted to touch this first one here up the top here. It says the major parties have consistently failed South Australian families by continually putting upward pressure on the cost of livings. Now, these are some of the things that are contributing to that. So Australia's immigration levels are too high and unsustainable. It's putting pressure on the cost of everything from housing to groceries to healthcare. Family First will fight to dramatically cut Australia's net overseas migrations. Now, let's unpack that a little bit first, because that is very polarising, even that stance, because the parties like Labor in particular, or Greens, will argue when they've called people like myself and others that have gone to rallies which talk about excessive migration and calling us as racist. So even just to have that wording on there could be quite polarizing. But why is that there for Family First as well, Christopher? How much of an impact is that actually on our state and our country?
So let me preface that by saying that both Deepa and I are migrants, and in my case, I'm the son of migrants. So we are for migration. So that's the first thing to say. Migration is a good thing. But if you remember that slide, it said net overseas migration. That's the key term. Because what's happened, particularly post-COVID, is that net overseas migration has gone from about 200,000, perhaps a bit less, to about 500,000. And that is the problem. That level is unsustainable. And that level is causing problems right across the board. I was hearing today that there's something like 2 million non-citizens now who are here, who are like a working underclass. I don't like the word class, but and that level of net overseas migration is what's going to be brought back. And we need to bring it back to historical levels. There can be debate about the numbers. Some say about 140, some say 200. That can be debated on. But I think our issue is that numbers got to come back. And overall, that's a federal issue. But in our state, we want to put that forward and be arguing for it. And that's why we need a strong independent voice in the Legislative Council, so that some of these issues can be properly canvassed.